Good morning, wet shavers, coffee lovers, and podcast listeners everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. It's time for another second cup. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, put in those earbuds, adjust that speaker volume, and let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things in podcast form. What is Second Cup? Well, Second Cup is a podcast that will give you some additional information that didn't make the Monday morning mailbag deadline. This might be something that is time sensitive. For instance, a sale that could be ending before the next Monday morning mailbag hits the airwaves, or a piece of late breaking information that viewers have passed along that is equally time sensitive, or something else regarding the wet shaving world that needs to be broadcast in a timely fashion. And we'll also have some time to chit chat and discuss some other things like coffee, movies, shows that are streaming online, books, that sort of thing. So thanks for tuning in to Second Cup, and I hope you subscribe to the podcast, where you can also find episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We'll get the show underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining me. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the May 18th, 2026 episode of Second Cup. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but the sounds of summer with grass being cut and that sort of thing. And yeah, there it goes right there. Yeah, grass being cut and finally warming up to where landscapers and neighbors can get out there and start cutting their grass. So I don't know if you can hear that in the background. I do have my microphone set up for directional recording, so it's only everything that's in front. And looking outside here, I can see lawnmowers taking care of the lawn. And again, we've had this really cold start to spring, where we've had rain and cooler temperatures, and I think it was warmer in March than it was in April and May. And finally, it's starting to warm up. And we're waiting for things to dry out a little bit, too, because we've had some rain and that sort of thing. So I sure hope you're enjoying a wonderful weather day, and that everything is nice and warm, and you've got a great cup of coffee. And I hope that the sunrise where you are is nice and picturesque and welcoming and that sort of thing. What am I having today? I've got, right here, hang on 1 minute. I've got right here, I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, can you hear that? You can probably hear that lawnmower back there. I've got McDaniel's coffee this morning. They're donut shop coffee. I went with a bargain coffee this morning. This one's good. I've got some things mixed in there. And I got McDaniel's coffee right here. Yeah, donut shop coffee right there. You can you can hear that. How about that? You can hear that weed whacker there in the background as I'm looking at my coffee. Yeah, boy, oh boy, great to be with you this morning. Everything is just coming alive. That's what's so great. Nothing better than having a freshly spruced up lawn and just nicely manicured and cut to level, and just the scent of it. Is there anyone out there, any artisan out there that has a freshly cut grass kind of a scent for their shave soap? That would be a good one. I mean, there's nothing better than being outside and just getting that scent of freshly mowed lawns. All your neighbors out there cutting grass and all the lawnmowers going and that sort of thing. I mean, it's just unmistakably summer. That's what I like about it. So great to be with you this morning. Hang on, let me get a sip here. Yeah, we're using Kellogg's Cereal City USA coffee mug when Battle Creek, Michigan had a Kellogg's museum up there called Cereal City, and we picked that mug up, and that's a favorite, absolutely. So great to be with you this morning, and we're continuing here as the sounds of the the lawnmowers kind of drift off into the distance. Great to be with you. I'm just in such a good mood. I guess the weather is just, because the weather's getting better. Even though I scraped my head again yesterday, and that's kind of a story in itself, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't that bad because I had a hat on this time, and I was helping a friend get a large bun coffee maker from below a cabinet, and in ducking underneath this cabinet there was a tabletop that had an edge, and just as I was ducking underneath, it just caught the top of my hat, and I thought, oh man, I scraped my head again, thinking that, well, okay, the hat protected me. Well, there was a little bit of a scrape, but thank goodness I had the hat on when I did that. So just one of those things. It was an edge to a tabletop that was kind of hanging over where you reach underneath to get to the cabinet doors, and I just didn't duck down enough. Well, okay. We'll just we'll heal up because it's not that bad. So great to be with you this morning. We're healing up. We're enjoying a cup of coffee. We got great weather on the way. So wonderful to be with you. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Hey, let's pay a few bills and we'll get the show underway in just a moment. Well, from Phoenix Shaving, as they write here, please welcome back 11235. Our homage to 4711, the original Eau de Cologne. Now, I'm not sure if the way we're pronouncing the Phoenix Shaving product as 11235 or 11235, and it's an homage to 4711. I'm not sure if that's 4711. I'm really not familiar with it, but what's great is that Phoenix Shaving brings this scent history back in their homages, and we learn all about these great scents from yesteryear. And as they say here, our homage to 4711, the original Eau de Cologne, 11235 is our take on a classic, fresh, true cologne fragrance with a scent formulation and history that goes back over 200 years, 4711. Here's the scent profile. Aldehydic, neroli, citrus, green, mint, petitgrain, lavender, earthy, woody, and herbal. Wow. 4711 is widely known and accepted as the original Eau de Cologne due to its geographical birthplace and original date of creation, sometime in the early 18th century in Cologne, Germany. The scent was designed to be fresh and invigorating, herbal, and light. 11235 or 11235 is perfect for summer or when you want something a bit brighter. The citrus notes are anchored by earth and wood, allowing the scent to mellow nicely and to provide a bit of warmth to the overall blend. Fans of classic citrus neroli scents will love 11235. We first introduced this scent all the way back in May of 2015, and we discontinued it in May of 2018. Then, due to insane demand, we dropped it again in 2023 after reworking the scent a bit, creating what we think is an even better homage with our own unique Phoenix Shaving spin. 11235 really has become a cult cologne classic for use as a popular spring and summer seasonal scent. Who's on the label? That would be our pal, the mysterious Count of Saint Germain, rumored to never age. Across European courts in the 1700s, people claimed he looked about 40 years old for decades without changing. Some even said he hinted at being hundreds of years old, casually referencing events from centuries earlier as if he had been there. No one ever confirmed his birth, his death, or even his real name. If the PAA universe had its own Mount Rushmore, the Count would be carved into it without question. 11235, equally strange. The Fibonacci sequence shows up in places it has no business being. Spiral galaxies, pine cones, hurricanes, even the way leaves arrange themselves on a stem. It's a simple number pattern, yet it keeps appearing in the architecture of the natural world as if it is part of a hidden blueprint. Do you see how the pattern works? 1 plus 1 equals 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3, 2 plus 3 equals 5, and on and on. How about that? So I'm saying 11, 2, 35, and it might be 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. I don't know. You'll find out. I invite you to go up to the product page because as they wrap up here saying 11, 2, 35 is back for the season. This is one of those fragrances that I never get tired of. It is fresh, uplifting, and just perfect for any outdoor experience. Have a wonderful spring weekend, Shave Cadets. Shave on and stay groovy. Douglas, Fran, Hux, Cube, and the team. So there you go from Phoenix Shaving 11235, their homage to Eau de Cologne 4711. That's it, Eau de Cologne 4711. Once again from Phoenix Shaving 11235, their homage to Eau de Cologne 4711. Give it a look. It dropped this past weekend, and it sounds like a great seasonal scent for the start of spring and summer. Now that things are warming up and people are cutting grass and that sort of thing, sounds like a perfect start to the seasonal scents of summer and spring. From Phoenix Shaving, 11235, give it a look. By the way, I wanted to give you a quick update. We received this email after the Monday morning mailbag was completed and uploaded. Well, actually, it had arrived earlier, but whenever I'm working on the Monday morning mailbag, recording and editing video, I tend not to check my email as frequently as I should because I'm involved in the editing process and that sort of thing. But we heard from Matt Anderson, our winner in the Copper Crown giveaway, and he received his prize package, everything in good shape. And we'll update you more on that on an upcoming Monday morning mailbag. Some really, really neat news behind his receiving his prize package. So stay tuned for that because it coincided with something really, really neat. So congratulations again to Matt Anderson. Stay tuned. We'll show you the photo and we'll give you the full update on the next Monday morning mailbag. Once again, congratulations to Matt Anderson, our winner in the Copper Crown giveaway. Thanks very much for sending along the photo and letting us know that everything was received in good shape. Thanks again, Matt, and congratulations. Well, get ready. Barrister Mann has Towel Day coming up on May 20th. That's right, Towel Day Kit lands on May 20th. What is Towel Day? This is a reference to Douglas Adams' iconic book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And if you've read the book and all of its subsequent sequels, as I did, and I've read all the books, I have the BBC radio show, I love the BBC television show, well, you're in for a real treat from Barrister Mann. And here's what they write here. The time is almost here. Don't panic. Again, these are all references to The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. May 25th is getting close, and you know what that means. If you're going to do this properly, you'll need what no hitchhiker leaves home without. So get your razor and brush ready because our limited Towel Day kit lands on May 20th with plenty of time to arrive before the big day. You got that right. Here at Barrister Mann, somewhere on our operations base aboard Spaceship Earth, preparations have been underway. Certain improbable things arranged with the kind of care a day like this demands. Between moves, restocks, and whatever passes for normality, we kept getting the same question. Anything for Towel Day this year? Any plans for 5/25? Fellow hitchhikers, don't panic. You already know the answer. 42. This year's Towel Day kit arrives May 20th. Our annual Towel Day release returns, our homage to Douglas Adams' masterpiece, a story where things may seem chaotic at first, but nothing is accidental. Every turn, every aside, every strange moment has its place. Petunia spared its usual fate for once, here adding a green, lightly floral lift. Ambergris rendered in labdanum resin, giving that smooth oceanic weight improbability accounted for. T, clean and lightly tannic, properly done. Yes, Arthur, we hear you. And the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster, the best drink in existence, translated into lemon and sugar. Like the Magrathians, we didn't leave it to chance. 42 moves between light florals and warmer, smoother, faintly mineral notes. Petunia keeps it lifted. Ambergris gives it weight. Tea holds the center. The citrus sugar note keeps everything just bright enough. And underneath it all, the Barrister Mann experience the modern hitchhiker expects. A dense, heavy lather. Slick, cushioning, easy to work. The kind that carries you from the first pass to that final towel wipe. BBS smooth, no complaints. Our 42 lineup shows up every towel day, a limited release, a cult classic. If you've used it before, you already know. If you haven't, don't panic. Our 42 collection arrives May 20th, including the shaving soap, matching aftershave splash, and a limited edition embroidered towel for the occasion. So grab your guide, make a cup of tea, and keep your towel with you. You've arrived at the right place at the right time in the galaxy. Time is an illusion, shaving time doubly so, and that's from Will from Barrister Mann, and it's their offering 42. That's the name of the shave soap in the splash, an homage to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because as he mentions there, the answer to everything is 42. And the main character, Arthur Dent, leaves Earth right before it's demolished with a towel. Well, you have to read the books because they are an absolute delight. Or listen to the BBC radio series, that sort of thing. Or check out the original BBC television show. These are online someplace. I mean, if you Google it, you'll find it. But yeah, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book is terrific. I've got the entire collection in a beautiful leather-bound edition. As a matter of fact, we might make that our weekly selection to talk about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah, terrific series of books. So again, from Barrister Mann, 42, their annual Towel Day, the Towel Day kit lands on May 20th. Give it a look. Here's what's going on at Razor Emporium, 20% off Black Friday level discounts. Our standard 15% coupon code has been upgraded to 20% off now through Monday, May 18th. Well, that's today, folks. Exclusions apply. Use code MAYSAVE. That's MAYSAVE, all in capital letters. We're proud to announce our newest collaboration with Strike Gold Shave, Red, White, and Rugged. Inspired by the legendary Avon Wild Country fragrance, this exclusive release delivers a rugged, classic barbershop-style scent profile with crisp herbal top notes layered over a rich, powdery, woody base. Available now and not eligible for coupon discounts. We're also cleaning out our small batch citrus line to make room for something new. All citrus soaps, splashes, balms, and fragrances are 50% off. No coupon code needed. Thanks, as always, for supporting traditional wet shaving and being part of what we do. We'll keep hunting down the classics, bringing you exclusive releases, and making sure you're always the first to know when something special lands in the shop. Stay sharp, and that's from Matt Pisarcik over at Razor Emporium. And as a matter of fact, viewer Steve Gregory has been sending me some emails regarding some deals that Razor Emporium has had on the Schick Corona razor. They have these Schick Corona razors for like $55, that sort of thing. They have been reworked beautifully And a lot of wet shavers out there love the Schick Corona razor. And they just recently had a Schick Corona razor up there that was 20% off and free shipping. Now that offer is no longer available, but the point here is check out the Razor Emporium's offers on some of the vintage razors that they have reworked and replated, that sort of thing. And if you're looking for a Schick Corona, check out their inventory. And from time to time, they're going to offer some special sales on those. So a big thank you to Steve Gregory for the heads up on Razor Emporium's offers on Schick Corona and other vintage razors. And also check out the 20% off that ends today. Remember, the code is MAYSAVE. And check out their red, white, and rugged collaboration with Strike Gold Shave, and the 50% off the small batch citrus line. So some great stuff from Razor Emporium. Give it a look. Now, before I get out of here, I'm going to recommend a book to you. That's right, we mentioned it earlier. If you've never picked up The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Towel Day is the perfect excuse. Douglas Adams' classic begins with the most British reaction imaginable to the end of the world. Arthur Dent, still in his bathrobe, discovers his house is about to be bulldozed, and moments later, so is the entire planet. He's whisked off Earth by his friend Ford Prefect, who turns out to be an alien researcher for a galactic travel guide. From there, the story becomes a brilliantly chaotic tour of the universe filled with bureaucratic aliens, depressed robots, improbable physics, and the single most important piece of gear any traveler can carry, a towel. What makes the book such a joy is Adams' voice, that dry, clever, sideways humor that manages to be both cosmic and cozy at the same time. Beneath the jokes and the absurdity, there's a surprising amount of heart and insight about life, the universe, and everything. It's light reading that somehow leaves you thinking long after you've put it down. And if you enjoy the first book, the entire series, The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, Life, the Universe, and Everything, So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, and Mostly Harmless, keeps the same wonderfully unpredictable energy. With Barrister Mann releasing their 42 Shave Soap and Splash in honor of Towel Day, this is the perfect moment to revisit or finally discover Adams' universe. It's witty, it's imaginative, and it's the kind of book that reminds you not to panic and always know where your towel is. It's a terrific read. Give it a look. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. And that wraps up another Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I sure hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please share, please subscribe, and pass it along to a fellow wet shaver or friend. My thanks to everyone who commented and contributed to today's show. And I mean this sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. If Second Cup or the Monday Morning Mailbag aren't showing up in your regular podcast feed, please drop me a line at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and we'll try to get it all sorted out. So again, thank you all very much. I look forward to getting together with you again on these podcast airwaves. Until then, enjoy the day, enjoy your shave, and enjoy that Second Cup.